Hello there, welcome back you lovely lot. Today I'm going to do a character nail. Now this is my third attempt at this. Like everything guys, you know, when we're learning, you don't pick up a brush and just get it done. It doesn't work that way at all. So on the first one that I did, she looked like she was having some sort of flipping panic attack. And then second one was okay. But I just knew I could do better. Do you know what I mean? You know when you do it and you're like, it's alright. But that's how I felt. So on the third one, I thought I'll get my camera out and I'll do it with you guys. So the first thing I did was drew it roughly on a matte top coated nail. There's 2 layers of white polish, fully cured in between, and then a matte top coat. And then I basically, any pencil, and just drew. So like I said, it's just a rough sketch. And the first thing I'm going to do is lay down the background. So like, if I was colouring a picture, I would colour in all the big areas first. So I'll start with my lightest and work my way to the darkest. So I'm going to go in with the face shade. I'm using Venolisa Gel Paints. After trying their neon ones throughout the spring and the summer, I really liked them, so I brought the whole set. Venolisa does have a website, that's where I got it from. So what I'm doing is going around the eyes and then I'm going to fill in the face area. I am using my detailer brush to do this. On the first one I did use like it looks a bit like a 3D brush, but it isn't. It's called a phantom brush, and it's just got a thicker base, thinner top, more bristles. Oh, I've got more lines than a flipping ice rink. It was awful. I didn't like it at all. By using the detailer brush, I can go around all the lines, so I can go around the nose, the mouth, the eyes, and then you can see what I'm doing. One way, long strokes to get a nice finish. I mean, this is just the base, so I'm not too worried. I am going to fully cure that in the lamp, and then I'm going to go in with a really big dotting tool and do the nose. Pop that in the lamp and give it a full cure. I don't want to catch that. Bringing it out of the lamp, I'm then going to come in with my detailer brush, and I load up that brush and I'm just going to tip the very tip of my brush in, just so that I can, this is black, so I've got to be really careful around that, you know, that beigey face colour. So I'm going to do the outline. So I've got the head and the ears. I'm not sure how far at this stage I want to bring Minnie's bow down. So I do it roughly. I can always go back in, but black is harder to cover up, so I'd rather be too low and fill it back in again than go too far up and try and cover black with red later. So at this stage, I'm just very carefully, I'm just popping in the ear there, and the bow does come across the ear a little bit. So that's what I'm being careful of, and I'm going to continue, and what I will do is go all the way across and fill in the black on Minnie's face. Now, right at the beginning I showed you my palette, and in one of the little discs at the top left is some base coat. Now all the way through this I use that to clean my brush. So what I do is I will wipe my brush to get majority of the coloured gel paint that I'm using at the time. I will wipe that off, dip it in the base coat, then wipe it a couple of times on a lint-free wipe. So that's what you'll see me go off and do several times during this video. I always have a little bit around when I'm doing this so that I can flick between colours, and obviously it doesn't take a lot because the bristles, you know, the detailer brush is so thin. I'm using my short brush on this one. going to go in with the red. I'm going to look at that bow because, like I said, I wasn't quite sure how far I wanted to bring it down. You'll see when I've finished, I do need to go back in with the black. So I'm just going to complete the bow. So I outline it first, then I will go in and stroke in one direction to fill it in. Now I'm not doing straight lines with the bow because I want to give it a bit of dimension. So I do it in like a round, like an arch. I used to draw bows at school. I used to draw them a lot. Those and butterflies. So I feel quite okay with freehanding a bow. So I'm going to fill that in. Pop that in the lamp, give it a full cure. While that's in the lamp, I'll clean my brush and then I'm going to come in with, I think we go on to the mouth next. There's far too much on my brush there, take it off. So the side of me is a picture and I'm looking at the picture now. I don't want to copy it, you know. In the picture, Minnie's got this Jeff off, it's huge, big bow, her head's down. I can't fit all of that on my tiny little canvas. So what I'm going to do is use the details of the picture to bring out Minnie. You know, I wanted to have the red bow and the little red dress, but my main focus is going to be on her features, on her face. So people look at it and say, oh, it's Minnie Mouse. I struggle with that. I really struggle with sizing, you know. I've got to say that's my nemesis. It really is. Now I'm doing the math and I don't like it. So I come in with a lint-free wipe and I'll wipe it all off in a minute. Yep, don't like that, take it off. So I'll go in again. I think I do this about 3 times. So anyway, yeah, what was I saying? I struggle to try and fit what I want onto a nail, to downsize it, to proportion it. That's what I struggle with when I'm looking at a picture. I find it's such a small canvas to draw on. Give me a piece of paper and I'm much better. But the nail surface is really difficult, really difficult. I decided to change the colour that I'm putting in the mouth at this stage. That's why you see me wipe my brush on the lint-free wipe. And I've been using it, it's got the gel on, you saw it's already got colour on it. I have got a video actually. I don't know when this one will go up, but I do have a video on brushes, brush care, how to break in a new acrylic brush. It covers everything, including maintenance of a art brush, and also if you mess a brush up, you know, what if you pull a brush out and you think you've put it in the lid, great, but you pull it out and you're like, oh my god, I've ruined my brush. What do you do? There is a video for that. Right, okay, so now I decide to come in with the red and pop in her little dress. So there's the top, and then she's got like a waistband, then she's got the flowy bit of the dress, so I'm going to do a little wiggly line coming off the nail and fill that in with red. Pop that in the lamp, I give that a full cure. I'll clean my brush while that's in the lamp, and then I come in with the pink that's on the tongue and I do the waistband in the pink. I didn't want to do the white because I do need to go in and put some little polka dots in. So once I've filled in that waistband and it's fully cured, I pull it out of the lamp with a small dotting tool. I'm going to pop some white polka dots on both the dress and the bow. Now, I don't flash cure it in between because these are big segments of very, very pigmented gel paints. I don't want these to wrinkle. That, do you know what, that would just happen to me. You know, I'd put it in the lamp, flash cure it, and it wouldn't cure all the way through. And pigmented colours, black, red, white, they can be such buggers when it comes to things like that. So I do fully cure it in between. But it does give me the chance to clean my brush. So that's what I do in between. So I make sure I tend to, or like to, use, you know, like all one colour, then go on to the next colour. Blah, blah, blah. Right, what am I doing here? Okay, so I want a little bit of rosiness in her cheeks. So I've put a little bit of red in the pink that I've got. So I've got the pale pink, then a little bit dark pink, and I'm going to smush them together in all different directions, just above a smile line, to give her a bit of a glow in her cheeks. That's what I'm doing. So I'm blending, blend, using really, really, really small, tiny amounts of gel paint and really, really small strokes. Once I'm happy with that, I am going to fully cure it. So what I'm doing now is I've basically filled in most of the blocks of colours, and now I'm going to go in and do a little bit more detail. So I've cleaned my brush, and now I'm coming in with a brown that's mixed in with that face colour, just so it's a touch darker. And I'm going to do some low lights. So this is where I'm going to put the detail on her face. So I'm going to add a little bit of low light. So I put in her rosy cheeks. I will low light just underneath her nose, and again on her cheek. This will make it look round. This will give it the round appearance. Pop that in the lamp once I've finished blending that. Then I'm going to do highlight. There's quite a lot of highlight on this picture. So above her eyes on both sides, her cheekbone, and on the tip of her nose. This is where I use my palette because it's really, really, really fine lines. I put it on, then I'll go in and blend. Blend. You'll see me using the strokes of the brush. Obviously trying not to get it on that black as well. So I'm trying to stroke and blend it in such small areas. I did get it on the black when I first started doing it. The nose ended up more grey than it ended up black. I went over it, it wasn't a big deal, but you've got to have control of that brush. This is why I'm practice. Like I said, the cheekbone. I'll continue to blend that all in. Once I'm perfectly happy, I am going to pop that in the lamp and give it a full cure. You could flash cure this if you wanted, because it is such small amounts of gel paint. So you would be alright with this to flash cure it. Then I'm going to come in and do wispy bits of the white highlight as well. I'll do that in a minute. Okay, so what I decide to do now is outline it. So I outline it in the brown shade that I did the low light in, so it's a touch darker than the beige face. But I want it to look outlined, but I don't want it to look stark. I don't want the lines to be harsh. So hence why I used the brown and not a black to outline it. And I thought the colour that I'd mixed to do her low lights would be the better option. So I'm doing inside her eyes and around her face, fully cure that. This is where I'm going to highlight her nose. I'm going to do little white highlights on her nose and her ear. Coming together now. Now we're going to move on to the best bit. This is where she will completely pop off that nail and you will say, Minnie Mouse, the eyes are so important. So important. I got the shape wrong on the first one that I did. I did the shape wrong on the mouth and the eyes. I'll insert a picture. I don't have one, but I will get one. I'll insert one so you can have a look at the other two that I did. And the eye shape was wrong. The mouth was too big. I could see where I'd gone wrong. That's the thing is, well, not gone wrong as such. It still looked like Minnie Mouse, but she just looked like she was in a panic rather than less cute. So, yeah, I could see it. So I improved on that going forward, and I think that's half the battle. So what I would do is I do the black eyes, pop that in the lamp full cure, come out, I've just put the little white highlight in the eyes, and then I will finish it off with the eyelashes. That will then go in for a full cure. Then guys, this is the end of the video. I really do hope you've enjoyed our little character nail play today. If you have, would you mind just taking a moment and hitting that thumbs up? And if you really enjoyed this video, please feel free to share. If you're not subscribed already, I would absolutely love it if you would. If you think this is more that you'd like to see on my channel, then please, let me know. It is a nail art channel. So, if this is something that you quite fancy, pop below what you want to see. What characters do you want to see going forward? Or do you think, nah, it's nice once in a while, but I prefer the nail art on the, a set. Let me know, because I really would be interested. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. Stay safe. And until next time, bye.